Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to a Saturday edition of A Brew for Two podcast.
It's always Saturday. Usually always Saturday.
It is always Saturday here at the Brad household.
You okay?
I try to go off script, but this is just falling apart. So I'm just gonna say, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another edition of A Brew for Two podcast. I'm your host Brad, along with my co-host Derek.
Yeah.
We are here on episode number 59. We have, and usually I end this by saying we have lots to talk about, even though sometimes we don't. But today we have lots to talk about because the internet decided to explode this week.
Yeah.
It got so much where I'm just like, okay, I'm done. I've gotten all the stuff we want to talk about. I'm done. And then it just kept coming and just kept coming. And I'm like, no, stop.
It doesn't end.
Stop.
It does not end.
Because Disney decided to announce a bunch of stuff on Thursday.
Yeah.
And we had also the Video Game Awards on Thursday. Derek, did you happen to watch the Video Game Awards?
No. I seen one thing that I actually cared about, it seems. I haven't actually seen everything that was announced, but I seen they announced a new Mass Effect and I almost cried.
Wow.
So, because that's been like after Andromeda, like we needed a new one.
I sat through like 5 minutes of it and I did not. I was like, this
the problem is like they didn't need to. It didn't need to be 4 hours long, 3.5, 4 hours long, whatever it was. Like, there's no need for that for what it is.
Like, I understand the Oscars being 3 hours. I understand the Golden Globes being 2 hours. I understand the Grammys being 3 hours. I understand the People's Choice being like 2 hours. I understand those shows. But the Video Game Awards being that long,
it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense that is longer than all of the other ones, all the big award shows.
Yeah,
because it's video games. And like, I love video games, but they don't need a 3.5 hour show.
No, they don't.
Show some big things, like drop a Mass Effect thing, Arc 2, whatever. But we don't need anything else.
Like I was tuning in to hopefully see some new announcements, and maybe get some of our predictions right. Yeah, because we did a couple of episodes ago. We did predict who was going to win what.
We did, yeah.
And we pretty much predicted, I believe, that Last of Us Part 2 was going to clean house, and apparently it did.
Yeah, it did pretty much, yeah. It did pretty well, won everything that it was nominated for, so. And it won Game of the Year, which isn't surprising.
And then I did say last night about Miles Morales, Spider-Man Miles Morales being a nominee, but it shouldn't have been.
No, I assume it was probably just out before the end date for voting was.
Yeah,
but realistically, it should have just been nominee next year. But then again, considering it didn't win anything this year, it wouldn't have won anything next year. It wouldn't even been nominated next year.
No. But so I downloaded Cyberpunk.
Oh, you finally got it? Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. But it didn't because it was delayed so much.
Yeah.
Xbox, it was still on my Xbox.
Yeah.
However, I had to buy it all over again. I
thought you pre-ordered it.
I did.
You have your receipt?
No, but how the pre-orders work, right, is you pre-order it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't charge your credit card
until it comes out.
Until it comes out. So basically, that's what happened.
Oh, so it just pretty well canceled it, and then you had to reorder it, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what happened.
So they didn't charge you twice.
No.
It's just okay. All right.
No. That's why I was like, "Ooh, Cyberpunk!"
Yeah, that means you probably didn't get any of your pre-order bonuses and shit then that you were gonna pay for.
I might still have because it was.
You should probably check because you might not have.
I'm gonna
even though like you definitely pre-ordered that game.
Yeah.
Months last year.
Yeah.
So.
yeah. Last year when it was supposed to come out in April.
Yeah, literally last year.
May. I don't know. I can't remember which one it is.
It's like the beginning of summer. I think it was. Yeah.
But no, I think I still have it because it was still on like my games and apps page.
Yeah.
It was still on there, so I'm just like, if it's still on the games and apps page. And
then you should be able to go to your library and install it. Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
But I guess not.
No, because it was telling me, it's like, oh, okay, your game's ready to install. So I would click on it, and then it would give me to this home page,
I would say maybe because you waited an extra few days, but then that wouldn't make sense. So
I actually forgot what day it came out anyway.
Literally like the 10th. So.
I totally forgot because I
it literally came out 2 days ago.
Because like I finished like I said last week's podcast, I finished watching Smallville, and I started watching Veronica Mars. And Veronica Mars is not just a chick show.
Apparently, you tell me yes.
Because my coworker was like, "Oh, you gotta get into Veronica Mars."
Yeah.
Like it's not just, and she was telling me it's not just a chick show. My husband loves it. Like my husband loves it. All his guy friends love it. And Kristen Bell is kind of hot. And I'm just like,
I mean, yeah, she was kind of hot. Wrong. She is kind of hot, but like from what we were watching of it last night, it's a chick show.
It's not a chick.
It's a chick show.
It's more than just a chick show. Vampire Diaries is a chick show.
Yeah, I know.
And you watch?
Yeah, that's still Veronica Mars is still a chick show.
Veronica? No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
I very, very, very highly doubt that her husband and all of his friends watch that show. It's more like their girlfriends watch it or wives watch it, and they have to sit there and watch it. So they watch it basically.
And like, it's a good show. I like it. And the theme song is "We Used to Be Friends" by the Dandy Warhols, which was kind of a hipster band from the early 2000s. So I started watching that. Also, I started watching Mandalorian season 2.
Yeah,
which I like better than season 1.
I almost started it today, and then I realized I didn't watch the last 3 episodes of season 1, and I was like, "This is too much of a commitment." So I'm probably not going to watch it.
But like, they
I think they probably do a recap of like the first episode.
They do.
So I probably don't even need to watch the other 3. But then it's like just for completion's sake.
Here's the so I don't even remember. You go somewhere, do some things. Then the appearance of Giancarlo Esposito as the big bad guy Moff Gideon, who has the Darksaber, which was a lightsaber made by a Mandalorian who was a Jedi back in the day, and there was only one Darksaber, and he had it. And afterwards, after he died, the Darksaber when he died, they retired the Darksaber.
From what I understand, for the second season, he gets the Darksaber and becomes the head of Mandalorian or whatever the hell it is, or somebody else does that he's around.
No, Moff Gideon has the Darksaber.
Oh.
But anyway, so in season 2, they reveal Baby Yoda's name.
Yeah.
It's Grogu.
No, it's Yoda.
It's Grogu.
No, it's Yoda.
It's Grogu.
They can say whatever they want. It's Yoda.
It's his name is Grogu.
It's probably Yoda's kid.
What?
It's probably Yoda's kid.
I don't know, but his name is Grogu. He's kind of the same species as Yoda. I'm
pretty sure he is the same species as Yoda.
Yeah. And I guess he was at the jet. He went into hiding. And he was part of the Clone Wars. Like he was just a little guy. Like there was a perfect meme about it. Like when Anakin went to kill the younglings, he was on a bathroom break. He was like, "Teacher, I need to go to the bathroom." And he walked to the bathroom, and then Anakin comes in, kills all the younglings, and then he walks back, and he's like,
"The hell's going on here?
Where's every?"
Oh, so then he probably is Yoda's kid.
Yeah.
As far as I know, it's Yoda and Yaddle are the only 2 of their species left.
But Yaddle was a lot older than Yoda. Like,
and old in their species is like relative. It's not
and
really.
And she got like killed off because she was like a hated character. Like you know you're loved character when you get killed off.
Yeah, so no, she wasn't hated. She was loved. That's what happened.
Well, she made an appearance like in episode 1.
Yeah.
Off screen.
Yeah.
Like you barely see her.
Yeah, then you never seen her again.
And then you never see her again. And then it's like in the comics it says, "Oh yeah, Yaddle, yeah, she was dead. She's dead."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so Grogu. And I'm just like, oh, so they revealed the name, and he's kind of Mando's like Grogu, and he's like, hey, in his own, he's like, sup, in his own way of speaking. He's like, and then he says again, Grogu, and he's like, hey, cute. I actually posted Twitter, and I'm like, why can I see Grogu being the name of a bunch of dogs in the next coming future?
100%.
That's the next huge pet name that's gonna be. It's Grogu.
Yeah. If I was to ever get dogs again, which I probably won't, but if I ever was to, definitely
Grogu.
Oh yeah. Sounds like a cool name.
And then like there was the episode with Ahsoka, who was it? Who went into hiding after the Clone Wars. She went into hiding. She wields 2 lightsabers that are both white, and that's how we find out that Grogu's name, because she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm talking to Grogu telepathically," and Mando's confused. And then we had the resurfacing of Boba Fett, which he kind of plays like this Clint Eastwood character, which he's a crabby old man who doesn't care about anything.
Yeah,
and just don't fuck with him. And it was awesome.
Oh, like I said multiple times on that, like he shouldn't even be in the show. He should have been dead. But that's my take on it. Apparently he got out, but whatever.
He got out, yeah. He crawled out.
Yeah.
There was this meme going around where, because there was an episode where this other guy had like stole Boba Fett's armor, and like there's this meme going around TikTok where it's just like it's the it's the "Hey, who stole my hat" meme, but it's the guy wearing
"Hey, who stole my armor?"
Yeah. It's like, "Hey, who stole my hat? Hey, I'm Boba Fett. Howdy, howdy, howdy." And it's like, "Give me that." But yeah, I love season 2 more than season 1, because they're getting like, "Hey, it's not, remember like Mandalorian is pretty much a Wild West show. If you think about it, it's a Western. It's a Western.
Western in space, yeah. Yeah.
But now it's like, so we did the Western in space part, but we have all these characters to play with. We have all these characters that we spun off from Clone Wars, so let's do that. Yeah. We have all these Jedi we have all these stories about these Jedi that went into hiding when Order 66 happened. Yeah. So let's tell their story. So, and some of that was announced on Thursday. We're going to get into that in a bit, soon enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've been watching Mandalorian and Veronica Mars. What about you, Derek? What have you been up to?
Not much.
Not much?
Working, sleeping, and still playing World of Warcraft.
Working, sleeping.
That's about it. That's all I've been doing. That's just I started watching something today. I don't know what the hell it was now. Must not have been important. Yeah.
And like, I'm probably gonna.
Oh, I was on Disney Plus and I seen that the Mulan movie is not. You don't have to pay for it anymore.
No.
The new one.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna watch this. That was hot garbage. Horrible.
Hot garbage.
Horrible.
Yeah.
They tried to make it like one of those old fashioned like Chinese Japanese movies.
Mm-hmm.
That like they had like really ridiculous stunts that you can definitely almost see the wires. Oh yeah, just doing over the top shit. Like, it was like, what the hell's going on here? It was not good.
That was like good. What, the third out of the live action reboots coming? Like,
yeah, something like that.
Like, there's gonna be a Lilo and Stitch live action reboot, and then there's gonna be,
which definitely should not happen. They don't need a Lilo and Stitch live action.
No.
That was one of the only ones that got its own TV show afterwards. So we don't need more of it.
No.
Yeah. But
yeah. Well, since we got a lot of news, and we don't really have that much content to talk about before the news, let's just get into the news, shall we?
Yep.
So first off, Kingsman. It's not going to be just 2 movies. There's going to be 7.
Okay.
So ever since the pandemic hit, the film industry has been in a state of constant disarray, with productions being repeatedly postponed or shut down. Same had been the fate of the upcoming Kingsman film. The Kingsman, whose release date was bounced from the one release date to another long before the pandemic even hit. But despite the constant delays faced by the film, director and producer Matthew Vaughn already has 7 more films and other projects under the franchise, all planned and decided. The Kingsman franchise, based on Mark Millar and David Gibbons' comic book series, began in 2015 with the hit and well-appreciated Kingsman Secret Service that ended up being Vaughn's most commercially successful film to date. Even though the 2017 sequel, The Golden Circle, garnered polarized responses compared to the first film, the fact that it managed to gross over $400 million worldwide was enough to spawn another film, The King's Man, which is a prequel to the Kingsman movies. But there is going to be 7 of them now.
I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with that too.
The movies are like a mix between James Bond and The Matrix.
Pretty much, yeah.
Basically what it is, and
Pretty
it's just awesome.
The Kingsman movies are the new generation's James Bond.
Well, yes and no, because we're still getting James Bond movies right now. We've been getting James Bond movies for the last 20 years.
We will always get James Bond movies.
Yeah.
We will always have James Bond movies. James Bond will never go away. There's always going to be a director from England or from Europe that's like, I want to do a James Bond film, and they're like, okay, here's all my money, because kids have parents.
Yeah.
And parents like James Bond.
Yeah.
Well, kids don't really like James Bond, but they like Kingsman. Yeah. Which is pretty much a kid's version of James Bond, pretty much. It's the kids,
I don't know about that one, because do you remember the end scene from the first movie?
Okay, it's not like tiny little, it's the teenager James Bond. It's the teens James Bond. It's not like...
Yeah. But then it's still James Bond, though, right? Because, I mean, it's...
There will always be a James Bond film, regardless.
Yeah, I know.
So, but Kingsman it's basically the new James Bond. Because James Bond films, some are good, some are bad. Some are just okay.
Yeah, I guess we'll probably get these... if he does 7, then probably over the next, 20 years, realistically.
Probably not 20. I'm gonna say probably.
If he's gonna do 7 movies, I would say 20 years. Yes, because that's a movie roughly every 2 years, 3 years.
Okay, yeah.
So that sounds about right. Every 2-3 years.
Yeah,
if he's doing 7.
Yeah, and who knows if they're all gonna star Taron Egerton?
Well, the one that was supposed to come out doesn't. Kingsman doesn't.
The Kingsman. Well, like I said, that's a prequel.
Prequel, yeah. I mean,
so he doesn't need to star in it.
Oh.
Plus, he was doing other things.
Well, plus he couldn't, because he wouldn't have been alive technically in the movie.
Yeah, he was doing other things, like the Rocket Man movie at the time of probably filming.
Probably, yeah.
But I wonder where they're gonna go from after Kingsman. I wonder what they're gonna do.
I don't know. Again, it's a mix between James Bond and Matrix, so they can pretty well go wherever the hell they want with it.
Yeah,
doesn't.
Yeah, I was really hoping, because I think in the second movie, his best friend dies, and I
think so.
That girl that becomes his best friend, who basically is his Q.
Yeah, I think no. The second one is it's a golden circle. At the end of it, the guy with the glasses dies. He goes out and he's singing a song at the end.
Okay.
And sacrifices himself.
No, the girl who's pretty much his age and best friend, and she kind of likes him, but he's in love with that princess chick that they did stuff at the end of the first one.
Yeah.
And then they kind of get married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she was more of a friend. I don't.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping those two got together, and not.
Yeah, I mean, the thing at the end with the princess, I was hoping that was going to be just a one-night thing, and then he was going to get together with the actual agent.
Yeah.
But then probably not. There's probably some rules in the Kingsman about that.
Yeah.
Fraternizing with other agents. But
come on, they're all horny teenagers. They're going to fraternize.
Yeah, true.
Next up, we have Daredevil. Daredevil might be in Spider-Man 3. We've been covering Daredevil pretty much. And last week, he made his triumphant return to the MCU. And this week, it sounds like they're going to use him in the MCU.
Yeah.
So with Andrew Garfield, Kristen Dunst, Jamie Foxx, Alfred Molina, and Tobey Maguire are all in various stages of returning, the multiverse madness for Tom Holland's third Spider-Man film may be expanding further, as Charlie Cox has reportedly signed on to reprise his role as Matt Murdock's Daredevil for the film. According to Murphy's Multiverse, Netflix and Marvel Studios promised the character would be seen in future MCU projects, and Cox that's a terrible name.
It is. It's a horrible name.
Has continually expressed a sadness in the cancellation and a desire to reprise the role. All of the Netflix series had loose ties with the cinematic universe, so his appearance in the film wouldn't take much explanation.
Well, first off, he knew he was coming back. It was just a matter of when. He was going back to Disney. They were going to bring him back to reprise his role. It's going to happen. I don't know why he's sad about it.
Well,
And I mean, it's cool that they're doing this, but I really, really wish that they were going to be releasing the Doctor Strange movie before this, because I feel like they're throwing way too much into this movie to even have a coherent story to it. Between bringing back, like, you know, bring back Kirsten Dunst and the guy who played Dr. Octavius, Jamie Foxx is coming back. Like, Dr. Octavius, I mean, I understand that it's gonna be a multiverse thing, but that's the whole reason why they should have done the Multiverse of Madness first, and then done this movie.
Yeah. But Matt Murdock, Daredevil, Charlie Cox returning to the series.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to return as Daredevil. He could just return as Matt Murdock. He could just be like as we know from the last Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man's in trouble.
Yeah.
His identity was revealed.
Yeah.
By Mysterio.
Yeah.
Who was played by Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah. Who may or may not be dead.
I don't think he's dead.
I don't think he's dead.
His secret's out, and he's gonna need to lawyer up.
Yeah.
And he can't go to any lawyer. And the only lawyer he can go. The only lawyer that might take his case.
Yeah.
Is either Matt Murdock.
Yeah. Or She-Hulk.
Which is kind of the more likely take because she's getting a TV series in the next couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just.
I'm happy with them throwing it in there. I just think that.
And they don't need to do anything multiverse with Charlie Cox, Matt Murdock.
Well, no, with him, no, but just for him appearing also in that movie, it's going to be a shit show if they're doing everything else.
But like they do need to do the multiverse thing with Jamie Foxx, Otto Octavius, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah. Literally the entire cast they have for the movie.
Yeah.
So that's why this movie should be delayed like a year, and the Doctor Strange movie should come out first to kind of explain everything.
Yeah, it should. I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. Hundo.
I know. I have faith in Marvel that they're going to make a coherent story for it, and it'll probably make sense. But I think it's going to be just a shit show with that many people coming back. Especially Doc Ock, because that's just going to fuck with people. It's like, he died.
What if Doc Ock is the reason for the multiverse stuff? What if they spin it like that, where Doc Ock is going to be the reason?
Well, no, he's not the reason for multiverse stuff. The multiverse has always been around. That's not a new thing.
But what if he's the reason why the multiverse is falling apart? You know how in Into the Spider-Verse, Kingpin wanted to see his kids again, so he opened the portal to a multiverse?
No, yeah, for sure. I get
what
that.
if instead of that being Kingpin, it's now Doc Ock for some whatever reason? He opens the multiverse and lets everybody through, and now it's now Andrew Garfield. Not Andrew Garfield. Tom Holland has to fix everything with the brief appearance from 40-year-old Peter Parker and Andrew Garfield.
I guess they could do something like that. But the problem is, like, the multiverse has always been around, and he already knows about the multiverse now.
Yeah.
So it's not anything new.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that would mean that he would have to, but then I guess, well, no, because it would be in a different universe, because that hit Doc Ock, and we don't even know if Doc Ock even exists in this universe.
Well,
or Kingpin. We don't even know if anyone exists.
Vincent D'Onofrio, the guy who played Kingpin in the Daredevil series, wants to come back as Kingpin. So, and I mean, what a better way to do it than Spider-Man?
Again, that means someone's gonna have to open the portal. If it is Doc Ock, then he's either got to be in this universe or he's in another universe where he didn't die.
Well, I don't know how they're gonna spin.
I just think they should be releasing the Doctor Strange movie first when he's going through these places and meeting people, and then like his appearance in one of these universes makes Otto Octavius like go, what the fuck's going on here, and that's how he brings everything together.
Maybe we don't know. Okay.
Yeah, it's confusing. Like it's
maybe just... Spider-Man 3 ends with Tom Holland in for more than he can. He's deep in his knees.
Yeah.
He bit off more than he could chew.
Yeah.
And then that will Doctor Strange 2 Multiverse of Madness, and then Doctor Strange fixes everything.
Yeah, that's possible.
But also that's possible too. But here's to contradict that idea, because Benedict Cumberbatch is in that Spider-Man movie.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I don't know. Or here's another thing. Because Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange, it's going to be its first horror movie.
Yeah.
It's going to be Marvel's first horror movie. When I think Marvel and horror, I think of either Marvel Zombies.
Yeah.
Or I think of vampires. And they could easily...
Well, yeah, we already got Morbius coming, so...
We have Morbius coming, but I think vampires and...
Yeah, Morbius is DC.
Morbius is Marvel.
That was DC.
No, Morbius is Marvel because Morbius is a Spider-Man villain. But what if we have vampires in Multiverse of Madness to get... Because the Blade movie's coming too, right?
Yeah, at some point, yeah.
At some point. So they're going to need to plant seeds for that upcoming Blade movie, and what a better place to do it than Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
Being Marvel's first horror movie.
Yeah. I don't know. It's gonna be. I'm just worried for them throwing too much into one movie, and just being very incoherent story.
Well, part of them throwing all this into one movie is because of what DCEU is doing with the Flash movie.
Yeah, but that's different. Like that's a totally different thing. DC unfortunately just doesn't have the movies to back their own asses up because they screwed up so many damn times. Marvel has the movies to back themselves up.
Yeah, they do.
So they don't have to do everything at once. You could do everything over fucking 10 years. Nobody would give a shit.
Yeah.
As long as they're releasing movies that are consistent, have a good story, and people like them. Mm-hmm. Like, instead of doing what DC did and, basically...
Rushed it all?
Rushed everything and just threw it out the door and said, that's fine.
But DC was kind of rebooting itself when Wonder Woman came out, and then they were kind of remaking themselves when Wonder Woman came out, and then Aquaman did well, Wonder Woman did well, Aquaman did well, Shazam did well.
Yeah.
And then now they have a Flash movie coming out that's going to bring back like Michael Keaton as Batman.
Yeah.
And it's going to have all this stuff. And I think Kevin Feige probably heard about what DC's doing. And he's like, why can't we do the same thing? Let's do it with Spider-Man.
Well, that's the problem. They're already doing it, and it's called Multiverse of Madness with Doctor Strange.
Yes.
Right? So it's just weird. It's
just weird. On a lighter note, though, iCarly's coming back. Any iCarly fans out there, iCarly's gonna make a return to a small screen near you.
Okay.
It's been 8 years since the fan favorite comedy iCarly came to an end on Nickelodeon, and now audiences can look forward to the group returning as Paramount Plus. Didn't even know that was a thing. Yeah. Has ordered a revival with the stars Miranda Cosgrove, Nathan Kress, and Jerry Trainer returning, according to the TV Line. No word on Jeanette McCurdy. Jeanette McCurdy?
Yeah, Jeanette McCurdy, yeah.
The new series, which will debut on the rebranded CBS All Access. So CBS All Access is getting rebranded as Paramount Plus. Is being developed by Jay Coogan, whose previous credits include School of Rock. I don't know if the movie or the television. I'm guessing the television show. Which
School of Rock?
Yeah.
Yeah, I assume so, yeah, because that's all of his other ones are.
Yeah, School of Rock, The Simpsons, and Frasier.
Yeah.
And Ali Shelton, who's known for her works on Diary of a Future Present, Champions, and Merry Happy Whatever. Though it's currently unclear if the original creator Dan Schneider or co-stars Jeanette McCurdy and Noah Monk will be involved in some capacity. Well, they kind of blackballed Jeanette McCurdy for a little bit. Like,
I just don't think they should be doing this in the first place.
No?
I think this is stupid. What are they going to bring it back for? They stopped the web series. The web series ended. That was the whole point of the ending the show. So it's going to be. So they're going to be like, well, it's been 8 years. Let's come back and let's do it again.
Well, this Paramount Plus, which is CBS's.
Mm-hmm.
Well, apparently because it's more than just iCarly. It's Nickelodeon. iCarly's a Nickelodeon show. Am I wrong?
No, it is.
Yeah, it is. So
it was on YTV, whatnot.
Paramount Plus has this thing where they're having all the Nickelodeon shows.
Oh yeah, but to bring a show like that back that ended. I mean, it ended. There was nothing coming back from that.
Well, that show spun off a.
Oh yeah, Sam and Cat and shit, and I get it. It spun off from shows, but that's because that show ended. Because the actors weren't doing that anymore, and that was it. It was done. I don't know. I don't think it's going to do well.
I don't think it's going to do well either. Like, and I was never a fan of iCarly because I was too old for iCarly.
Yeah, we all were.
We were too. We were.
So it's just what, like, the unfortunate thing was the people on the show were the same age as us.
Yeah.
So it's it's hard to.
And like Drake and Josh were our versions of iCarly.
Drake and Josh was hilarious. Oh yeah.
And like because iCarly had Miranda Cosgrove, who was in Drake and Josh.
Yeah.
And it had Crazy Steve, who was in Drake and Josh.
Yeah.
Like who bears a similarity to Jim Carrey, but
yeah. I mean, unless they're gonna bring it back and be like, well, we went to college and we decided that we're gonna start the web series again, and well, unless they have the entire cast back, at least the 3 main ones, I don't think it's gonna do.
Which are Miranda Cosgrove, Jeanette McCurdy, and I don't know and that Crazy Steve guy.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell his name was. I don't know, but unless they do that, I don't think it's gonna do well. I could be wrong.
I could be wrong. Like I'm agreeing with you on most of your points.
Yeah.
And we could be wrong.
Yeah.
We could be wrong. It could do well because you know what? Like you know what? Let's bring back a bunch of people's childhood shows, which like they did with the Animaniacs. They did it with they're doing it with Tiny Toon Adventures.
Yeah.
Like they want a kids show, but not for kids.
Well, they want the parents of those kids or like people our age
to watch
these shows again, and like, oh, it's nostalgia. I watched this when I was younger. That's all. It's the only reason why they're doing it.
Like I saw a thing, and I completely like Animaniacs made for kids, but actually for 30-year-olds.
Yeah, literally, yeah. They're literally made for our age now.
Yeah,
like it's
because they make a Johnny Depp joke in the Animaniacs. They made
the Prince joke,
that Prince joke, and the older Animaniacs. Yeah. They have in the newer Animaniacs they have what they call the catch up song. So like what they catch up on how the world has turned to shit.
Oh, nice.
And they sing about it. Yeah. Another show that's coming back, True Blood. It has been 6 years since HBO's True Blood concluded its 7-season run in 2014. And now Variety brings word that Riverdale creator Roberto and NOS4A2 creator Jamie O'Brien.
I have no idea what the hell that is. NOS4A2? I don't know.
Are in the process of developing a reboot of the acclaimed fantasy horror drama. The project is currently in the early stages of development, with the original show's creator and showrunner Alan Ball also set to return as an executive producer. Further details about the True Blood reboot are still under wraps, but none of the original cast is attached to return. Based on the author Charlene Harris novel titled The Southern Vampire Mysteries, True Blood was set in the world where humans are aware of the existence of vampires after the creation of a synthetic blood substitute that made vampires stop hunting humans. The original series centered around Sookie Stackhouse, played by Anne Paquin, a telepathic waitress who falls in love with a 173-year-old vampire named Bill Compton. It also featured other supernatural beings, including werewolves, witches, and fairies.
Never watched it.
Never watched it either. No. Just because
I think I definitely tried to watch like an episode or two of it, and then I was like, no.
Because I was anti-vampire at the time. Because Twilight. Yeah. Vampires were like a huge thing.
Yeah, vampires were not cool. That's why I didn't watch The Vampire Diaries for years. And I was like, oh, this show's actually pretty good.
like True Blood, Vampire Diaries, Twilight, they kind of all...
Twilight still sucks.
Yeah, I agree.
It still sucks.
I agree.
The acting is horrible.
Yeah, I agree. But like True Blood was an HBO show that spun off...
It's probably good because it is an HBO show, so like probably should give it a watch at some point. Like
apparently it's a good... It was too much it was just too much for me. It was just too much for me. And like, because it was based in the southern United States, they all had that twangy accent.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm just like, it can't. And like the guy who plays Bill Compton, it's just like, he's always shirtless. And like, there's a lot of sex in that show. And but like with him and Anne Paquin's character.
Oh, okay.
But like Family Guy makes fun of it. It's like it's just like somebody gives Peter a challenge to watch True Blood and like it's like watch True Blood and tell me if there's any boob in it. And he's like, there's Anne Paquin boob, and then there's like, no, Anne Paquin boob is not real boob because she's part of the itty bitty titty committee.
Oh Jesus.
And yeah, and you see that a bunch of times.
But
but I never gave the show a chance because of Twilight. Because it's like, this is another sparkly vampire.
It's one of those
story.
things. Well, no, they don't sparkle. They're not. No. But I watched a few. I'm pretty sure I watched a few episodes of it, but I just couldn't get into it.
No. But there is an audience for True Blood, and that audience is going to be happy that True Blood is coming back.
For sure, yeah.
But
I don't know how it ended, so I mean, it must have ended in a way where it could have came back.
True Blood was a chick show. True Blood was a chick show.
Yeah, that's a yeah.
And so here's what happened on Thursday. Hayden Christensen is back as Darth Vader / Anakin Skywalker.
Yep.
Hayden Christensen will reprise his role as Darth Vader in the Disney Plus series Obi-Wan Kenobi. Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy announced today, which was Thursday.
Yeah.
So, a couple days ago.
Yeah, a couple days ago.
Christian will star opposite his former Star Wars prequel colleague, Ewan McGregor. Or is it? It's Ewan. It's Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, it's Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor, who's reprising his role as the titular character Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan Kenobi, that 10 years after the events of Star Wars, Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, Anakin Skywalker has become Darth Vader, and Obi-Wan is still trying to recover from his greatest defeat. Production is set to reprise the role in March 2021.
I was hoping he wasn't going to be in it. When he told me about this yesterday, I thought like he was. He didn't say he was like returning in Obi-Wan Kenobi, the TV show. Oh. I thought he was just coming back.
Oh,
in general of it. This is dumb. He should not be in this show. This should just be strictly about Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
There's no reason to have him in it. And even besides that point, if they're going to show him, just show Darth Vader. You don't even need Hayden Christensen, because Hayden Christensen, you're not going to see him anyways. You're not going to know who the fuck he is. He's not going to take his mask off. At this point, he's so deep into being Darth Vader and the Sith. He's not the one you see at the end of fucking with Luke. I am your father. He's not that person, like even remotely close yet.
He's not. He hasn't become the big bad villain who appears in A New Hope.
Yeah,
like peers through that doorway and like just kills a bunch of the guys. He's not that guy yet. So, but this takes place 10 years afterwards. So Luke is 10.
Yeah.
Leia's 10.
Yeah.
And Obi-Wan is a hermit.
Yeah.
Getting trained by Qui-Gon, who might or might not, Liam Neeson might or might not appear in that show as well.
I mean, if they're bringing both of them back, they might as well bring him back too. Because to be a Force ghost, I guess.
Yeah, because he will be a Force ghost because like Yoda said at the end of Revenge of the Sith, like, oh, I got some new training stuff for you to do in Tatooine.
Yeah.
Like your old master Qui-Gon has discovered basically it's Qui-Gon teaching Obi-Wan on how to become a Force ghost when he is ready.
Yeah.
So
because Yoda couldn't do that because whatever, but Yoda already knows how to do it, I guess.
Yeah, I'm excited about this Obi-Wan series though, because Ewan McGregor was a fantastic young Obi-Wan. He really channeled the inner Alec Guinness in him.
Yeah. No, this is gonna be great. I just wish that Darth Vader wasn't gonna be a part of it.
But we don't know how. Like, we're just assuming we don't know how he's gonna be a part. He might be a part of it via flashback scenes. But then, yet again, they could just use stock footage because they're Disney.
Use stock footage, and you're not going to see Hayden Christensen in the first place. He's going to have his mask on. He doesn't take it off, ever, because he'll die.
Might take it off once.
It's very painful. This is why.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm really excited about the series.
Yeah,
and like,
for sure.
And there was talks that Darth Maul was going to be the villain in that series.
But he was also kind of cut in half. But there was a comic that came out recently with him in it. He's lost his mind, basically.
He was put back together, apparently. And he has an apprentice as well.
Yeah, in the comic, he wasn't put back together completely. He was put back on like this like crab machine thing, and he's like lost his mind. It's pretty nuts. Before that, Hayden Christensen, I'm just going to go back. We did say now we're into Thursday. Mm-hmm. So another news story that came on Thursday is we're getting a Lando Calrissian series. Yeah, Disney just went nuts on Thursday.
So Disney and Lucasfilm have officially announced that Lando Disney Plus series is going to be a series from the Dear White People director Justin Simon is currently developing the series.
Yeah.
So Dear White People is a show on Netflix. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, that's about it.
All eyes are currently on Donald Glover, who portrayed the scoundrel in Solo, a Star Wars story. It's been previously rumored a number of times that he would be returning, but it has yet not been official, confirmed by Lucasfilms or the actor and his representatives. The Lando series could even offer a chance for Billy D. Williams, who played Lando in the original Star Wars, to return, though that has not been confirmed yet either. If the show goes in a younger direction, we could see Williams as the narrator or in another role while Donald Glover takes care of the heavy lifting. None of this has been confirmed in this avalanche of Star Wars news dropping on Thursday. Regardless of who will be starring in Lando, the production will more than likely begin at some point next year, along with tons of other Disney Plus shows that will be following in the Mandalorian's lead.
Yeah, they're gonna do a younger one. It's gonna be
100%. They're gonna do a younger one. I feel like
I don't. If anybody thinks they're gonna do like an older one, it's not gonna happen. Because when he's older, he's in the Resistance and he's a general, whatever the hell he is. Yeah. So he's just doing that shit. Everyone wants to know what the hell he was doing before that. It's like that's why everyone wanted the young Han movie. Everyone wanted Solo. When we got Solo, I mean, whatever. But it's gonna be Donald Glover. If it's not Donald Glover, it's gonna be some other young actor.
Yeah. I feel like it's gonna be Donald Glover.
Yeah,
and we're gonna it's gonna be a weird show because Lando's a weird guy.
Yeah, well, it's good. They're gonna try and probably go. I don't know what the hell they're gonna do. No one knows what the hell Lando is up to, so they can do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah, they can. They can.
It's kind of like it was a Solo movie.
Like him. Like it could be the adventures of Lando and his buddy, that guy that had the kind of the robot guy.
Yeah,
that kind of had those robotic ears.
Yeah.
Who knows where they're going with it? More Star Wars news. I didn't even say what it was. I just said more Star Wars.
It's just more Star Wars. It's just more Star Wars.
So after months of rumors, Disney and Lucasfilms are bringing 2 spin-offs having to do with The Mandalorian. Ahsoka and Rangers of the New Republic are the 2 new shows that will premiere in 2021. The first of these 2 new shows features the return of Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka Tano, who made her debut in that one Mandalorian episode in season 2.
Mm.
The actor and fans were more excited to see the character in the live-action form and are looking forward to a lot more. As for Rangers of the New Republic, it is unclear what the show will be about at this time. With that being said, that show and Ahsoka will all take place within the timeline of The Mandalorian, which has been a part of a rumor over the last few months. So we're getting more of that.
More Star Wars stuff. We knew it was going to eventually happen.
Yeah, like 100%. When they said, "Hey, Rosario Dawson, you want to be Ahsoka Tano in an episode of Mandalorian?" and she said yes, and they were like, "Hey, we can do more with this.
We can make a TV show out of this." Oh, and, you don't say.
And freaking Ahsoka Tano is kind of a like she's a representation character for multicultural.
Yeah,
she's a multicultural representation character. She represents because Clone Wars has been around for so long now that there's people in like their early 20s, late teens that grew up with Clone Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Where like me and you, we grew up with like Star Wars Episode 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, we grew up with Star Wars. We didn't grow up with the TV show.
Yeah,
we grew up with the movies on the TV show.
And kind of that pre-Clone Wars when it was just like a 10-minute TV show in between TV shows.
I've never watched a single episode of that show.
You never did? It was weird, man. It was weird. The animation was weird. Anyway,
I was too busy watching the movies.
Well, no, I kind of caught glimpses of that when I was up late and I wasn't supposed to be watching undergrads, and Clone High was kind of in that time slot.
Oh, well, yeah, I never noticed it.
No, it was like a 10-minute show. Anyway, so Ahsoka Tano is that representation. So
yeah.
and Rosario Dawson, who got her start on like Clerks 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was like in the MCU for a bit, and now she's in Star Wars, and she's checked off like the only TV, I believe the only franchise she hasn't checked off yet is Star Trek.
Or DC. Goes into DC.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Well, she might have been something in DC. I just can't think of it at the time.
I don't think she has been,
But she's basically been checking off the franchises.
yeah.
And as for the other show that's coming, Rangers of the New Republic, I have no idea what that show's about. Just because, like, as much as I say I'm a Star Wars fan, and I'm a casual Star Wars fan.
Like most people are. Like, well, that's pretty much everybody, right? Like, they say, oh, you have to watch these certain episodes of the Clone Wars to really understand the backstory. No, I don't. I really, really don't.
I tried watching the Clone Wars when it was on Netflix.
Yeah.
And I couldn't.
No, if I want to watch Star Wars, I'll watch Star Wars.
Yeah.
Because that's the story. That's the only story you need to know. The TV show doesn't, like, the animated TV show doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like people were saying, oh, you got to watch The Mandalorian to watch the Last Skywalker. No, yeah.
No.
Rise of Skywalker?
No, you didn't have to watch The Mandalorian to.
Oh, people were saying that.
Oh,
yeah.
were they?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
You're saying you had to watch all the episodes leading up to that movie to know what the hell's going on. And it's like, no, you don't.
Okay, yes. The season 1 of Mandalorian last year was released like a week, like the last episode was brought out a week before.
No, it was the day of.
The day of Rise of Skywalker.
Or the day before. It was the day of or the day before?
Day of. Because
yeah. People were saying, oh, yeah, I had to watch this to know what's going on in the Rise of Skywalker. And I was like, no, you don't. Same thing with the Clone Wars animated show. It's probably a very good show.
Well, Clone Wars, when it first came out, it didn't do so well.
Probably.
Didn't do so well. And then all of a sudden, there was a resurgence. It was another Netflix thing where Clone Wars was on Netflix. And because Clone Wars was on Netflix, people were like, hey, this is a great show. And then it got canceled. And then it got rebooted because Disney Plus came out.
Yeah.
And they rebooted it and it became better. So because they introduced all these new characters, and they kind of, with these new characters, they kind of like, okay, remember her? They kind of planted Easter eggs. They kind of started building this Star Wars universe that wasn't just about like the Skywalkers.
Yeah.
They kind of like, let's start building our own universe that just doesn't, that includes the Skywalkers, but also includes the Mandalorian, and also, and oh yeah, there was more that happened after, like there was more that happened between Revenge and A New Hope. Like let's do all this, and it's happening. Next up, more sci-fi stuff, but it's not Disney, or it's, well, technically it is Disney, but it's not because technically it's a Fox show, but Disney owns Fox. Anyway, Alien is getting a TV show. The Alien movies are getting a TV show. So the Alien TV show is happening as part of the Disney Investor Day presentation. So yeah, okay, it's Disney stuff. It was revealed that the first show set within the classic sci-fi series is in the works from FX. FX is a great network. It does Fargo, and it does and it did oh my god. Oh wow, I just blanked.
FX does a lot of stuff.
It does a lot of stuff, but Fargo and
Sons of Anarchy.
Sons of Anarchy. What is that X-Men show?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
I couldn't tell you.
There was an X-Men show, and it wasn't X-Men. It had to do with Charles Xavier's son.
Okay.
But it was an FX show. But it's being developed as part of FX and Hulu initiative, which means the show will easily be accessible to Hulu subscribers as well. Noah Hawley is heading up the project, so he's the guy behind Fargo.
Legion,
that was it.
Yeah, it's still on TV apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, season 3 was last year.
Oh, cool. It's heading up the project alongside creator Ridley Scott. What do you think of the Alien becoming a TV series?
Bring back the movies while you're doing a TV show.
Oh, I mean,
there's been so many. The problem is there's been so many Alien movies now. It's kind of like, I don't know. People might watch it.
Yeah.
People just might not because they've seen so many things to do with the aliens, so it's kind of
Yeah.
I don't know. It'll probably be okay, but I don't think it's gonna do well.
No. It might do well because the FX has shows that do well.
Yeah, it usually does. I mean, yeah.
I think it would do well. I think Alien. Well, I knew they were going to do something as soon as when Disney bought Fox. I knew Alien was they were going to do something with Alien.
Yeah, but I kind of would have hoped they would have like maybe relaunched the franchise or something like that.
Maybe, but like Alien is also part of the Marvel universe now.
Yeah,
like they're appearing in comic books now. So, and I remember like I didn't really watch the movies. No, they scared the crap out of me.
Really?
But I did play the Alien video game that came out for the Xbox 360. And that was a fun game. And it was a scary game too. Scared the crap out of me. Like,
the last time we actually had like an actual Alien movie was '97, so that's why they could do a reboot.
When did Alien vs Predator come out?
Yeah, but that's just like a straight Alien movie, which is what this is going to be for a TV show.
Yeah.
AVP came out
2005?
2004.
Oh, okay, it was close.
Yeah.
Close. And we might, but like this series is gonna be based in Earth, so they're gonna come to Earth somehow.
Well, apparently they're already here, right? So as far as we know, as far as the universe has been set up, they've always been here. So
just like how in Planet of the Apes, when Charlton Heston realized he was on Earth the whole time.
Yeah.
God damn you blew it up. Damn you all to hell. Or Disney stuff, because it's this Thursday just exploded with Disney.
Yeah.
Disney Plus is getting a whole lot of new content, and like we've already talked about Star Wars and Marvel a little, but Disney Plus is getting a tidal wave of premium content over the next handful of years. As part of Disney's big Investor Day presentation, it was revealed that the streaming service will be getting a host of new shows from Marvel, Star Wars, Disney Animation, Disney Live Action, and Pixar, with all at least 15 movies from those various brands hitting the service as well. While specifics for this huge slate haven't been fully announced, it will include roughly 10 Star Wars shows and 10 shows set within the Marvel Universe. So, and I have a quote here. Over the next few years, roughly 10 Marvel series, 10 Star Wars series, 15 Disney live action, Disney animation, and Pixar series, plus 15 all-new Disney live action, Disney animation, and Pixar features will be released directly on Disney+. That's a lot of Disney in that sentence.
It's a lot of Disney. It's a lot of Disney. It's a lot of stuff going on.
But like Disney is going to be like, Disney right now is going to be like, hey, remember Netflix? Remember when your remember that time when your grandfather subscribed to Netflix? Well, that Netflix was your grandfather's streaming service. Disney Plus are the way to go. Like,
Disney Plus is gonna be big, but the only reason it's gonna be big is because of Marvel and Star Wars. That's the only reason.
But like, they have a Cruella de Vil movie coming.
Yeah, for some reason, because we need that movie. Like, come on.
The Cruella thing. The only reason why it's becoming a thing because there was a show called Once Upon a Time, and there was she was a villain on that show, and they did an episode based around her. They gave her a backstory. So, and ever since that episode, Disney has been looking at doing, because Cruella has been in the works for a while now.
Yeah.
We're getting Cruella. We're getting a Buzz Lightyear film that is not going to be based on the toy Buzz Lightyear, but the man Buzz Lightyear, who's being voiced by Chris Evans. I don't know why they didn't get Tim Allen to voice Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, it doesn't make literally any sense.
It was I guess he just does the voice for the toy.
I guess so.
He might have actually silently retired from the role of Buzz Lightyear and just kind of.
Yeah, but why? Because he was in the new Toy Story.
He was in Toy Story 4.
So he hasn't retired from it. They probably just didn't ask him, I guess.
Yeah, which is kind of like a dick move.
Because it's not like he's doing anything right now. Like Tim Allen ain't doing shit right now.
Like Tom Hanks and Tim Allen are Woody and Buzz. I apologize for that. That kind of snuck up on me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't usually burp into the microphone.
I do.
You do.
But yeah, they're Woody and Buzz. So like, if you're not gonna have those two play those roles, like nobody else plays those roles unless they sound the exact same, and you don't tell me. Otherwise, I will hear it and I'll be like, "No, that ain't the same."
Did you know? Freaking, the Woody dolls are not voiced by Tom Hanks.
That doesn't surprise me. Never had one though, so I wouldn't.
They were
know.
voiced by his brother.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was it Tim Hanks?
Actually, I think that is his brother's name. Is Tim.
Oh God, that's unfortunate. That is lazy parents right there. Tim and Tom.
But yeah, so that I actually am I'm excited about that Buzz Lightyear series though.
Yeah,
it kind of seems cool.
It'll be fun, I think. Yeah.
Kind of when I first heard about that Buzz Lightyear series, I thought, are they doing a reboot of that Buzz Lightyear TV show that came out? That's the first thing that crossed my mind.
I only seen like a fleeting thing of it on Facebook or whatever, and I was scrolling past it, and I thought they were doing a live action Buzz Lightyear. And that's what I thought.
They also announced, remember that movie Enchanted?
No. Not probably, but
it starred freaking the guy who plays Cyclops in the X-Men films, and the girl and Ava
Longoria or Ava Green?
Ava Adams? No.
I don't know.
Girl with the red hair that gets confused. That she was in the Muppets movie.
Anna Kendrick?
Ava, I don't know. But like, it's getting a sequel, and it's going to be called Disenchanted.
Oh, okay.
and then there was Hocus Pocus 2 got announced, which the only reason why, like, that movie was never popular. Hocus Pocus was never popular.
Hocus Pocus is one of those cult classic Halloween movies. That's what it is.
It is.
It's a movie that people know, but no one gives a shit about. Like, that's basically what it is.
But meme culture was like, hey.
Yeah.
It's one of those shows that, like, because of...
Well, it's a movie. It wasn't a TV show.
Yeah, sorry. One of those movies that, because of meme culture, is now a staple in everybody's household for Halloween.
Yeah.
Just like how another movie, it's a Christmas movie.
Die Hard.
No.
No.
I wasn't going to say Die Hard. I was going to say A Christmas Story.
I don't really watch Christmas movies much.
So A Christmas Story...
As Christmas movie as I get is Die Hard.
That's a Christmas Story is the kid... All he wants for Christmas is a BB gun.
Okay.
And his father doesn't want to get it because it's dangerous. Then he gets all this... And he finally gets a BB gun for Christmas, and he almost shoots his eye out.
Nice.
And also there's a pole licking scene where he gets his tongue
that movie
stuck to the
you got the kid with glasses or whatever. Yeah, okay.
So another movie. It was never popular. It came out in like 1983 and wasn't popular at all.
But it's on Disney's channel like every Christmas though.
But it became popular because Ted Turner, who owns PBS, played it every Christmas.
Yeah.
Like for all of December, and that's why it became popular.
Well, it's like Hocus Pocus.
It's like Hocus Pocus. Hocus Pocus, I don't think was ever that big, but it only became popular because of the memes, of the Halloween memes.
Oh, that, and like it was played every fucking year around Halloween. And
Beetlejuice.
I'm surprised at this point they haven't announced anything for Halloween Town.
I'm surprised too.
I'm like, if they're doing Hocus Pocus, I'm surprised nothing's been announced for Halloween Town.
I'm surprised too.
Because I would watch the shit out of that.
Oh, yeah. Halloween Town was great.
Halloween Town was way better.
Fantastic. Speaking of fantastic, I just found a fantastic segue on our last segment. Fantastic Four has been announced. Fantastic.
Jesus Christ. Fantastic.
Marvel Studios boss Kevin Feige has officially revealed the long-awaited Fantastic Four movie is in active development. In addition, he announced that John Watts is attached to direct. This is massive news for the comic book fans who have been waiting years to see a proper version of the iconic team on the big screen underneath the MCU umbrella. Feige previously teased the Fantastic Four at San Diego Comic-Con in 2019, though he did not go into further details. He just said it was happening, but no further details. No other information is available about Marvel Studios' Fantastic Four at the moment, but Kevin Feige did reveal a sleek new logo that lets the fans know that Marvel's first family has come home. as for that other team, Feige did not mention of the X-Men, which is also thought to be in active development at Marvel Studios right now. Regardless, the Fantastic Four news should be more than enough for fans to go off of for now. Especially after they get a good look at the new logo for the upcoming movie. We just saw a logo.
Yeah,
that was it.
Yeah.
No cast news. And
no, which is like kind of annoying, to be honest.
And we got a director, John Watts, who has done many things. I
kind of wish he would have at least announced the cast, because like
he did. Anyway, continue.
I wish he would have announced the cast, because like I think everyone kind of needs to get the
Oh, he's doing the Spider-Man sequel.
Oh, there you go. Everyone's kind of got this bad taste in their mouth after New Mutants.
He did the Spider-Man movies, yeah.
Everyone's got this bad taste in their mouth after the New Mutant movie.
Yeah.
So I wish he would have kind of given a little more, considering he announced it like a long time ago. We knew it was coming a long time ago.
Yeah, we knew it was coming for a long time ago, and like people have been like fantasy casting in their head.
Yeah.
Mostly the most accurate fantasy cast I've seen is John Krasinski, Emily Blunt, Zac Efron, and whoever plays the Thing.
Yeah, which I don't. Who the hell did we say? Did we say anybody?
No. However,
I would have got the guy who played like the one that what Jessica Alba was in. The guy who played the Thing in that one. He was fun. I liked him.
Michael Chiklis?
Yeah, I liked him.
Yeah, he was good. Actually, the internet. I saw on the internet a perfect casting for a perfect recast of Wolverine. Carl Urban.
I have to look up who the hell it is, because I can't picture it in my head.
He was Judge Dredd. He was the guy who played Bones in the Star Trek movies. He's the guy who plays. I don't think you watched The Boys, but he's in The Boys.
What's his name?
Carl Urban. Karl.
Yeah.
Urban.
Oh, him.
Yeah, kind of looks like the scruffy part. He could play a.
I mean, he's in what the hell? He's in The Boys right now.
He was in Lord of the Rings.
He was already in Ragnarok, so.
Oh, that's true.
He can't.
Okay, but he was like in a minor role in Ragnarok.
No, he was like not a minor role. Like he was still like a guy who was there the entire time. Yeah, he was Thor Helia's bitch, but he was still in a major role and still had lines in the movie.
Yeah, okay. I guess I got your point. But yeah, fantastic news for Fantastic Four.
Yeah, at some point hopefully it comes out, and hopefully it's
I'm kind of hoping for a cast announcement soon.
I mean, yeah, it's been a while.
Because I want to look and see who they cast, and I want to judge on who they cast. Heck, they might go racial. They might go racial in this.
100% they're going to, with everything the way it is in the world today. Yeah,
they're gonna cast black actors.
Yep.
To play like.
Yep.
I can see that. I can see it.
They already did the most recent Fantastic Four. Yeah, that the guy who plays
Jamie Foxx. No, not Jamie Foxx.
No, Chala's cousin or whatever it is.
Oh yeah, they had him as Johnny Storm in that film.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, so we'll see where this goes. One other news before we get on this day in history, I just want to say one other thing. It's also Disney related because a lot of Disney stuff. Disney is now going to release adult content onto Disney Plus in a new tab they like to call Stars or Stars Plus. So we're going to get Family Guy on Disney Plus. We're going to get American Dad on Disney Plus. We're going to get the Kingsman movies on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
We're going to.
So for any of you who were watching Family Guy and stuff on Netflix, that's going to be gone now. And if that was the only reason you're subscribing to Netflix, sorry. I mean, it's a Fox property, so it's going to Disney Plus.
Yeah. And like Seth MacFarlane said, like Disney would never, like we would never be on Disney Plus.
Yeah, and but they have to because they've integrated Deadpool into the roster now.
Mm-hmm.
And Deadpool will never be PG-13 ever.
And that's probably what got them to think of we need adult content on Disney Plus because
it can't be all Happy Gilmore and it can't
Happy
be
Gilmore.
I literally just threw that out. I don't even mean the movie. I just mean it can't be all just hunky dory. It can't be all just kids movies and teenager. It has to be. There has to be everything if they want to compete with everybody else.
Yeah.
Because if they don't have that stuff, then that stuff goes to Netflix. It goes to Prime. It goes to Crave, and that keeps them going. If they if they really want to compete, they have to put the R-rated stuff up. They have to, and hopefully this means they're going to put the good seasons of Family Guy up.
Oh yeah, they will. They like I miss that time when Netflix had seasons 1 to 1 that had them all.
Then they took down half the seasons for no damn reason.
Licensing reasons, probably.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
But I miss watching the old episodes of Family Guy.
Well, they were the good episodes.
They were the good episodes. Like I Need a Jew, and where Peter thinks I need a Jew, and freaking what else? The first episode where he has to kill the kids from Dawson's Creek, and and like back in the day when Norm Macdonald voiced Death, and so on and so forth. But yeah. Anyway, so that we're done with the news. We're done giving you all the Disney stuff.
So much Disney shit.
So much. There was a lot more than what we covered. And
this was just more or less the I wouldn't even say important stuff, but I guess the important stuff.
I wouldn't even say important stuff because there was a lot of important stuff that came. But I'm just like, okay, I almost have 20 things at this point.
Yeah, gotta cut down a little bit.
That's why I put in the header here somewhere more Star Wars stuff because there was just so much. I'm just like, I can't just do all this.
Thursday was a big day for game releases and movie releases and TV releases and announcements and everything. It was just a crazy day.
Thursday, we had the Video Game Awards. We had the Disney's Investors stuff. It was just like, stop.
They should not have done all that on one day. But
I'm kind of intrigued for the next episode of Fat Man Beyond with Mark Bernard and Kevin Smith.
They're probably gonna lose their mind.
Kevin Smith is gonna lose his mind. So that is it for our news segment, and on to this day in film and television segment. On this day in film and television, 1964, the shooting starts for the Star Trek pilot.
Nice.
A Man for All Seasons in 1966 comes out. In 1977, Saturday Night Fever, starring John Travolta, premiered in New York City. And in 1988, Rain Man came out. So there was that.
Not much going on in game history. 24 years ago, Mario Kart 64 got released in Japan. The best Mario Kart.
Well, you know who passed away on this day? Peter Boyle. He played his most known role for us would be he was the dad in Everybody Loves Raymond.
I know his face. I never watched that show though.
He was the dad in Everybody Loves Raymond, and if you did watch Mel Brooks's Young Frankenstein, he was Frankenstein in Young Frankenstein.
Yeah.
But yeah, he passed away today.
Damn.
He passed away 2006.
Oh, okay, 14 years ago today.
14 years ago today.
It just happened today. I'm like, I'm pretty sure he was old as hell already in Everybody Loves Raymond. Like, he was up there already. He was in the 70s or 80s, like, already at that point.
I don't usually go this far down, but, like, divorces in film and television. You know who got divorced today? Nick Cannon divorced Mariah Carey.
That was stupid. That was dumb. He's a dumb man.
After 6 years of marriage.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, with that being said, with On This Day done, with the news done, our podcast is now done. So
for today.
We will be back next week, same time, same place.
Yeah.
And you can find us on social media at A Brew for Two.
Yep.
On Twitter, at A Brew for Two podcast on Instagram.
Yep.
And simply type in on Facebook in the search bar A Brew for Two, and you will be able to find us.
Same with on YouTube. Also type in A Brew for Two.
And if you want to follow the the man behind the mic, the men behind the mics.
Yeah.
I'm at a Gingerfin92.
Yeah, and I'm at King D-Rec.
And with all those plugs, we bid you adieu. Good night, everybody.
Good night.